Hi folks, Alex here from the Southern Ukulele Store. It's been an interesting year. Last year it felt like the NAMM show wasn't quite back where it was, and there were very few ukulele brands to talk about. What I've noticed this year is a lot of people are back and a lot of people are making big changes to the instruments that they produce and sell, and it's been a really exciting time both here in Hawaii the week before, where I visited Kamaka, Koaloa, Kanile'a, and there are some brands here I really want to talk about today. So the first one is Oli. Oli, the product of Ukulele Site in Hawaii, Andrew Katakis. You guys might know their podcast, the Ukulele Site podcast with Corey Fujimoto and Kale. I don't know his surname. That's bad, isn't it? I spent a bit of time with them last week and got to know the full Oli range, so I wasn't that surprised when I tried them for the first time here at the NAMM show. That's the most requested brand, the thing most people wanted me to talk about when I visited this show. So I spent a lot of time with them yesterday and filmed a few sound samples with Corey. I can confirm that the Southern Ukulele Store and World of Ukes will be stocking them in some form in the next month or two in the UK. And there's a full range, X brace, lattice brace. There's a lot going on under the tops of these instruments. They are made in Indonesia. I actually got to meet the manufacturers of Oli ukuleles, and you can tell there's a lot of love there, and it's going to be one of those brands that becomes bigger and bigger year on year. So let's have a look now at some of the Oli sound samples I took for you folks.
Oh, okay.
Kanile'a decided to go to the NAMM show as well, mainly actually to show off their new guitar range. I don't normally talk about guitars on this channel, but given that they are basically giant steel-strung Kanile'a ukuleles, it feels appropriate. The guitar range is really quite vast with Hawaiian koa, spruce top models. Joe Kanile'a really enthusiastic to talk about those. I've got a sound sample or two of them which I'll play for you now. Not my best playing, trying to kind of hold the camera and play them while there are people on the stand, but I think you can get a gist for what they're about. After all, we all love a Kanile'a, don't we? Of course, in our Kanile'a video from when we visited the factory last week, we talked about their new Natural Core and Pro series, but we didn't talk much about the 2025 Platinum, which is the 10th anniversary, the diamond edition of the Platinum. I'm going to let Joe talk about that now for you. Okay, so I'm here with Uncle Joe Souza from Kanile'a.
Aloha everyone.
And Kanile'a, before we talk about the Platinum,
Okay.
we should always focus on the Platinum, but
Yes.
can we just talk about your guitars?
Sure. Just a quick snippet as far as it's a Kanile'a guitar. One of the first things you'll notice is how light they are, how they feel. Of course, the tone is just unbelievable that we're able to achieve that type of tone with koa. And then, of course, bringing in a more traditional spruce top with our KSG2.
Yeah.
Ultimately, having the experience of playing a Kanile'a guitar is really second to none, because the tone, the feel, and ultimately the beauty and the sound is just remarkable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've done some sound samples that I'm going to show you folks, but
Yeah.
once you listen to them, you come back and Joe's going to talk to you right now about
Okay.
the Platinum.
Oh, of course. So this is our 2025th anniversary, 2025 10th anniversary Platinum. And by making these for the last 10 years, it's always been the opportunity for Joe as the builder to fly, to go, be creative, do what you do. And this year we had fallen short in no way. When we look at taking the concept of the Iwa Manu, or really the navigating society that we are, as our guide. And that guide then in turn working alongside with both Kaimana and Kahiao in designing something there that Iva Manu can then be highlighted, because typically on a 10th anniversary, what you do is you include diamonds. And in this case, we did diamonds as an inlay, and you'll see them up here on the headstock, where there's 358 diamonds, I believe, in the Iva Manu. And then up here on the headstock, which is the Hoku Pa'a, or the North Star, there's another 33 diamonds that we inlaid. And all those diamonds just sparkle. It's so gorgeous. So it's really the first time that we've ever, and the only thing that we've ever known as far as anyone doing, as far as inlaying diamonds onto an ukulele, which make this ukulele so special. And the other thing that we did is, in celebration of 10 years, is we used 10 different native Hawaiian woods all over the instrument. So you'll see them here on the rosette, and that's a whole new redesigned D shape. Also, you'll see the Iva Manu. There's 10 of them hidden on the instrument. So there's there on the side sound port, there's here up on the soundboard, and there's all the way up the fingerboard leading up all the way to the headstock, and really taking that 10th anniversary design onto our instrument. Now, of course, it has true relief, it has true reduction, it has a true cutaway, it has all of the features that you'd be looking for, the ultimate Kanile'a, and all of those features basically dial into something that is just incredible in tone. Great volume, great projection, great feel, all Kanile'a.
Thank you, Joe.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Alex.
Every year when I come to the NAMM show, I visit the Takumi stand. Takumi are a US-based specialist in Japanese ukuleles. They do their own strings and they work with Kiwaya. They've launched a new range of stained laminate KS ukuleles, which I thought were very, very cool. Maybe a little bit overpriced, but very, very cool instruments. Something that I think will probably filter through to the UK later in the year. They also unveiled their first ever ancestor range of ukuleles. There was one on the stand, a master built Koa instrument, Japanese made to a really high spec, and the first Kiwaya style ukulele I've ever seen with an American style ukulele build. Traditionally, the Japanese ukuleles, the soul, the heart of those are soprano or concert size, but this felt like a more jumbo, more Hawaiian instrument at heart. Master grade Koa with some gorgeous trim all around it. I've got some footage there for you. Also, anyone that follows our channel knows that I'm always on the hunt for some kind of master built Japanese luthier made instrument. This year I must have been too late to get up in the morning because Andreas David at Gut Ukulele beat me to it. There was a pair of concert Naturel ukuleles that he will be taking home from the show. They were amazing. I highly recommend you check out his channel and his shop if you're in the market for a high-end concert. I do appreciate that these days that's a slightly smaller market than a tenor or baritone, so you have to take your wins when you can, because there's not many people out there making these really high-end one-off pieces in the concert size. Normally I'd make a whole video about Flight, but we're at the point now with that particular ukulele brand where we're often several months ahead of the new release schedule with the instruments that we receive and talk about on our channel. They did, however, have something that I had a hand in myself. They had the first British racing green Pathfinders and Mini J basses. The left-handed version of that will be exclusive to Southern Ukulele Store, and I've secured the first shipment of those. It's going to be a really small run of them at Southern Ukulele Store in the next few weeks after this video launches, and then a kind of worldwide launch will come after. But that's something that I talked to them about a while ago, and it was a complete surprise to me to see the full range of Pathfinder tenor, baritone and the matching Mini JB bass made available at the show. They also launched a new bass. I didn't catch the name of it, which I'm annoyed about now actually, but they launched what looks a bit more like the Kala shape of ukulele bass, a solid body at a more affordable price point. If the Mini JB bass retails at around that £300, $400 price point, this one's kind of 25% cheaper, single pickup with a master top volume and tone. I think at launch it's only available in this kind of sunglasses surf green color, but I know that this is the kind of thing with Flight where it's like buses. You think you're never going to come, and then three come at once. So I imagine the next delivery of those will come in a few different colors too. But still, cool to see a surf green Flight bass at all. Something that probably be adding to my own collection in the next few months. That about does it, folks. That's our 2025 NAMM roundup. I really hope you've enjoyed my little look at the ukulele world in 2025. It's an interesting place to come to, LA. I'll tell you a story before I leave. On my way into the show this morning, I was walking down Disney Way. The convention center, which is just over there, is quite close to the entrance to Disneyland. And as I was walking up the road, I got attacked by a woman at a bus stop. Tried to beat me with a bag full of dirty clothes. So I went from that into a meeting with Kanile'a, the nicest people in the world. Spent some time with Uncle Joe and Kaimana, Kahiao, and Yokepa, like the nicest people in the world. So it's a game of two halves. This ukulele hunting in California, as you can imagine. Anyway, folks, I'm tired. You're tired. Let's meet up again soon. All the best.